I was going to say a very, very similar thing. I was going to also give permission to stop. My public-facing role in COVID has caused me to learn a little bit about society that I kind of wish I hadn't. At one end, there is joy, and mostly over 75s, frankly, who love me, which is great. I'm very comfortable in that space. They send me lovely letters and stop me in the street. But there is an edge to society that isn't quite so pleasant. And Care Opinion gets that, just like everybody else gets that. Social media gets that. So you don't remove your judgment before you reply to people. You should, of course, be polite and kind and reply. But if you get abused or if you get asked the same question for the 47th time, you are allowed to disengage. That's okay. Care Opinion won't come round to the house and shout at you. So do your absolute best to engage, even if it is a complaint that people feel hasn't been well handled, which may be a completely legitimate concern. And you are allowing other people to learn from experience in there as well, both in your reply and how you change and how you deal with it. But it's not all one-sided. You can, if you need to, disengage from that process if it reaches that point. Now that's very unusual. James will know how much they try and stop any edgy ones, or if there's strong repetition and somebody's just not accepting what's being said, then that would be paused. So I think Care Opinion is actually one of the places you can do that relatively safely. It's much easier than in social media, where it can just keep coming and coming and coming.
That's right, Jay. And we do pause. We get stories like that, and every story has to come through the gatekeeper, so to speak. That's us. And if we can see someone, that the health services generally try to address the issue, but they keep coming back, then we will let that. We may not publish further. We will let that storyteller know, hey, look, we think this has been dealt with. You might need to try other avenues because our platform doesn't quite suit what you're wanting there. So yeah, there is a stop button, and I think that's what some of the providers have liked about us, that as you said, it's not a social media platform in the sense that everything gets put up there and it can keep going. So